What's up, guys? So Morning Musings hair is getting crazier, but I wanted to talk about winning today, and in more specifically, in my own life, how I create win after win after win after win. And this is not like an egotistical thing, like I'm winning a game or I'm making tons of money. It's winning in order to solidify habits that you know you need to do. And so if we look at a habit, any habit, all it really is a neural connection in our brain that you basically formed. You did a lot to form it and make it stronger, and it's something that your brain allowed to happen. Now, if you do something bad, for instance, you touch the hot stove, your brain's not going to make that connection, or it's going to make a connection saying, hey, you don't need to do this. But if you do something that feels really good and it doesn't threaten your survival, because that's really all your brain is doing, is keeping you alive, then your brain is going to be, oh, that felt good. Maybe we'll be more willing to do that. And the more you do those feel-good connections, then the more likely your brain is to solidify that connection and become a habit. So that's really all a habit is those solidified connections. So how can we get more of those connections? Really, that's what we're trying to do, is you have to win. If you constantly are losing or beating yourself up over something, then you're not creating a win and you're not going to make that connection. For example, the biggest one for me is how my workouts have changed. I used to solidify the connection by having a great workout. If I'd go to the gym and I was lifting a lot and maybe hitting some PBs, and sweating a lot, then I'd leave and say, that was awesome, I had a great time. But the problem with that was 60-70% of the time, that's not how my workout went. A lot of the times it was, I'm in the gym, I'm tired, I'm doing it and I'm making progress and that's really great, but it wasn't that great. I could have lifted more, man, I could have pushed harder, whatever it was. And so what I was doing was actually making negative progress. Sure, I was doing something great for my brain, my body, but I was actually doing something bad for my brain, which was actually affecting my longevity of working out, which is the ultimate goal, to continue to work out so I can be healthy for the rest of my life. So I changed my perspective years later. Now my win is, did I show up? It doesn't matter what happens after that. Zero expectations. Did I show up to the workout? Maybe I only went 10%. Maybe I was on the ground panting the whole time. Maybe I was hitting PBs and it was like the best workout in the world. There's no difference to me in those anymore because it's a win when I show up. So if I show up, I get a win, my brain feels good, and I will continue to solidify those connections. So think about that in your own life. Are you making a good connection? If you know you need to be doing something, are you praising yourself for it? Are you giving yourself a win? Or are you, in fact, kind of giving yourself a loss? And how can you start to give yourself more wins so that you solidify more of those connections, create those habits, and start to achieve the goals that you want? Think about it.